Hello and welcome to Connect. I'm your host, Randy Shabilo. On today's show, we'll have the artistic director of the Tootoosis Nīkānīwin Theatre, Roxanne Dicke, with us, as well as the marathon man, Runnin' Ray Risling. As always, we'd like to connect with you. Email us at rtvsaskatoon@rci.rogers.com. Find us on Facebook at ConnectYXE and catch past interviews on our YouTube channel. Roxanne Dicke is the artistic director for the Tootoosis Nīkānīwin Theatre. She's here with us today in the studio. Thanks for coming down.
Thanks for having me.
I want to talk about the GTNT and the upcoming season and your new role as the incoming artistic director. Take us through what's been happening with the theatre company.
Well, we've had a fantastic 24-25 season. I came in partway through. I started in January. Transitioning with the fantastic Jennifer Dawn Bishop, who has been there for years, and I always tell her that we'll keep finding things for her to do so we can keep her because she's so amazing. And she just was in the show also for powwow. So I love working with her, and she's been nothing but generous about making sure the transition's gone smoothly. So since I came in, saw through the end of the season that had, already been planned for the most part. And then, created the new season coming up. And so really excited about 25-26, which one thing as an artistic director is you always live in the future. So you're already thinking and planning, a year to two ahead. But we're very excited for what's coming up. And we've got a really great array of shows and programs. So we've been exceptionally busy preparing all that and the season launch and communicating with everybody, what we're going to be doing and to join us.
How many people would there be, I guess, working, and then do you have actors and artists that kind of come and go, or you would get employed?
That's right. Each show is contracted. Okay. So we contract each actor individually, each designer specifically for their area, lighting, sound, set, so on, costumes, and then each actor as well. And there's lots that return. So we have a really great company that they come and go as they have availability, which is also why it's important to get everything organized early so you can make sure you secure those artists that you would be interested. We're holding general auditions also coming up at the end of the month, so we're always looking also for new people to join our organization and the team. So that's really exciting.
What do you see with, the theater company is based out of one building, but you take the shows to different venues.
Correct,
right?
Yeah. So we operate on 20th Street, and we do hold a lot of rehearsals there, and we also hold a lot of classes for our Circle of Voices youth program there. We hold sometimes readings, lots of meetings. It's a very great, busy space to hold our operations. And then as the show progresses, we move to the venue that we are using. And right now, we do a lot at Studio 914 with La Troupe de Jour. This coming year, we'll be doing La Troupe de Jour, and they're in their 40th season, so they're super busy. And then we will also be using the Refinery and Broadway. It's wherever. It's kind of like home is where your mother is, if you can say that. You go where the show is our home for that period of time, and we get exceptional, professional assistance from each of those venues. Really, really wonderful. In terms of their. Collaboration with us and their support of us when we come into the venue.
Tell me, when you have, moving around like that, there must be a need for some sponsorship opportunities and things of that nature where someone could help and contribute and be part of that. What does that look like?
Well, we have lots of different versions of sponsorship. This past year, BHP was our big season sponsor. And, pardon me, they came on board with us. And so they gave a contribution that was more significant, so we named them as season sponsor. But we've also got smaller sponsorship, in-kind sponsorship opportunities. We've got, just so many opportunities for people to assist us and to, make it known that they support Indigenous theatre in our province.
And there's not a lot of them, if there are any more than yours.
No, we are the main, in Western Canada, the main Indigenous theatre company.
In Western Canada,
in
not
Western
just
Canada,
Saskatchewan.
yeah.
So do you have that attraction from other provinces where people kind of gravitate to
We
you?
do. We have a lot of opportunities for partnerships. So, for example, we are bringing in a play called Koi Wolf. And it is an exploration, he calls it a hope punk exploration of, the Métis displacement and trying to find your identity. And so it's a really special piece that's been developed. It'll be the premiere for Saskatchewan, but they're coming out of the Yukon. So, we do have those partnerships that allow us to bring people from other provinces, or they're very aware of the work that GTNT is working on doing. And so we want to keep encouraging those relationships and partnerships. We also have an upcoming partnership with, it's a great year of partnerships actually. We're doing a play called Rubaboo at Persephone, and we're partnering with them, and it's Andrea Menard.
Oh boy.
Yeah, so we're really excited about that.
Yeah.
And that's a kind of a Métis cabaret style piece. And then we are partnering with Burnt Thicket on Apples and Burnt Thicket Theatre, Apples and Train Tracks next year as well. So those partnerships are really important to us. And also, I think, just show the collaboration and the new approach I think people are taking to, diverse and interesting theatre and new ways of being able to do it.
When you have those opportunities in front of you, I guess, is it something that you can build on and say, well, gosh, BHP was a partner, we have room for a nutrient, and as you mentioned, there's more individuals, then it seems there's bigger names.
Yeah, we do. There are opportunities always for that. We have a fantastic PR coordinator who works with sponsors, and of course we like to reach out. But we also love hearing from people that just, have decided this is something that they feel is important to our community. GTNT serves a purpose that I don't think, I know no other company is solely dedicated to. And I think it's got great opportunities for profile and for, impact on the community. And so I really encourage people to drop me a line, drop us a line, pick up the phone, stop by, and have that conversation.
I found it really interesting just with the current show that I just recently attended with Powwow. I really admire and like that intimate setting that you have with some of the venues, and it draws you in to that event, the play itself. So I commend you and the actors for doing what they do. It's remarkable. When you look towards this season, if you will, it's not a January to December kind of, the calendar, I guess, starts, mid-year. Is there a reason that you look towards, May, June for a kickoff, if you will, for a new season?
Yeah, just to get people really excited. We won't, our tickets are going to go on sale September 1st, but we want people to have it in their imagination, if you will. So theater seasons typically go, they start sometime September, October really is the first show. It's not when the work starts, but it's when the shows start and the programming starts. And so what we like to do is, make sure that people are aware of it. We encourage them to, you tell two friends and so on and so on. And that's really how you build a community of people that are supporters and fans. And then, and it goes all the way till the end of June, kind of, like in terms of the kickoff to get everyone excited about what's coming. Because we, as you said, we just did Powwow. It was full of great dance and comedy, some really interesting themes, you know, comic and serious. But we were incredibly lucky to have such great artists on that project, like all the way from, you know, design to all the actors and so on. So, you know, while that's kind of in everyone's imagination, it's a great time to say, but there's more. And so that's what we're doing with the kickoff of the season.
When you have, I guess I go to the intricate and local and grassroots type of actors, but there's also writing. Mm-hmm. And I speak up for that because it's so under the table that no one really thinks about it. Right. Powwow was a great example of that. Do you look to, I guess, a big binder of plays that and productions that you say, this is good, this might cost too much?
Absolutely. It's a big part of my job, actually, as artistic director. Well, first of all, Powwow came out of a program called New Voices, which we're running again. We're very excited, which is an opportunity for new writers to come on board. And they're supported over, you know, a year to 3 years to develop that script. So Powwow came out of that, and another show in our season coming up is coming out of that program. And for us, when people think of the canon of plays, mm-hmm. Pardon me, there's sometimes very Western, very, you know, very few Indigenous voices are often mm-hmm. included in that canon. So we have to create the stories as well, and to make sure that they're established and that they get their exposure and time and engagement with communities. So that's what's really exciting about that. And we also do look to shows that have been done, you know, in other venues that have maybe gone very well and we think would also resonate in our community. I've got a few ideas for the following season. You know, like I said, I'm already thinking 2 years ahead. That, you know, there'll be new work, but there'll also be something that, you know, sometimes people recognize, and that's exciting. So yeah, it's crucial. And another part of that is, yes, expense. It's not cheap to put on a show. It's not cheap to make sure people are making a living wage as actors and crew members and stage management and designers. But that's our job too, is to make sure that, because the arts, I could go on a totally different, divergent moment with you, but the arts brings a lot of, it really enhances the economy of any community that it's in. You know, whether that's peripheral on shopping and food and hotels and whatever. So it really brings a lot to our community. And so, you know, for us to ensure that those opportunities are out there for Indigenous performers and artists, it's very key. But you also have to bear in mind, would I love to do, you know, a 25-person musical and, you know, blow the stage off, or the doors off the stage? Yes, of course I would. But I can't afford to do that 5 times a year. There we go. Right? So
if people did want to see what's in place right now, what's the best way of getting hold of you or the company?
GTNT.ca. You know, really great. We're on Facebook, we're on Instagram, great places to find information. But yes, the website is excellent. We try to get people to go there because we've got all the programs, our youth program, our New Voices, our new season coming up, all of it. So, perfect. Yeah, check it out.
Roxanne, thank you so much. Great company, great job.
Thank you.
We'll look forward to seeing you in the theater this fall.
Yes, I really look forward to having you and others there.
We'll be right back, folks.